Of all the tasks that exhaust me as a teacher and a mother, the one that's the most mentally taxing is the constant rehearsal of the mental to-do list. Until I discovered this method. Hello, Marielle here, and today's productivity tip is all about the only to-do list that has ever worked for me. Not only does it get everything done, but it also allows me to quickly prioritize what's most important so that I don't waste any of my mental bandwidth trying to remember all of the items. I will be going over my process in detail, but check out the time codes below in the description box if you would like to focus on individual sections. For years, I always used a paper checklist of things that needed to get done. But one thing I always hated about that method is how there were always items just hanging out. Things I knew I had to get done, but I just wasn't. I also started to low-key hate the paper list because honestly, they started to look sloppy. Things crossed out, rewritten, circled back on. It was also hard to keep track of because it meant I had to have the paper on me at all times. Or I had to have one for work and one for home, or a notebook. But then I'd forget to put it in my purse. So now my to-do list had to take up mental space because I had to remember to bring it everywhere. And this channel is not called the Time Wasting Teacher. So as I was looking into different methods, I decided it needed to have these elements in order to work for me. It had to be easy to use so that I actually used it, digital so that I could access it anywhere, and free. Enter the 3-item Google Task List. It's free, links across all your Google accounts, and can be accessed on your computer or phone even if you use Apple products. Just download the Google Tasks app, link your Gmail account, and you're good to go. To access the desktop version, begin by going to your Gmail account and going to the sidebar on the right. Currently, Google doesn't have a separate app icon for tasks in the waffle, so I found this is the fastest way to access it. Yes, I call this little thing the waffle. I don't know if that's what it's really called, but that's what I call it. Begin by creating a new list. If you want, you can create one for work and one for home, but let's just start with one for work. Add a task called Today's Top 3. These are going to be your most important tasks for the day and your only tasks. Don't worry, I'll explain that in a moment. Michelle's channel, Pocketful of Primary, calls this her power list, which I love. Next, create another task called This Week and one called This Month. You can create a subtask by clicking on the 3 dots of a task and selecting Add a Subtask. Start adding all of your items to your task list. The items that you need to get done this week go under the This Week list, and the things that can be put off until later in the month can go under This Month. Notice how you can rearrange any task list by clicking on it and just dragging it to a new spot. Here's my process for determining how to prioritize my task list. In the evening, before I go to bed, I like to look over my schedule for the following day. I then look at my task list for this week and determine the 3 items that I can accomplish the next day, or the things that have to get done the next day. I then move them from this week to today's top 3. Now they're ready to go for tomorrow. Sometimes, if I'm feeling really motivated to be productive, I also like to see if there are any time blocks that work to schedule time to complete my tasks and put them directly on my calendar. There are 2 ways to add tasks to a calendar. The first way is directly from your task list. This method works great if you have already created the task on your task list and you want to schedule a time to complete it. Simply click on the task and a date-time field will open up. Select the date and time you'd like to schedule this task. The task will be added to your default main calendar. The second way to schedule a day and time for your task is directly from your calendar. I like to use this method if I haven't written the task on my task list yet, but I have a block of time that I know I want to fill with a specific item. Simply go to your calendar, click the time you want to schedule the task, then instead of choosing Event, select the Task tab at the top and fill out the relevant information. You can even select the task list you want it saved under. Click Save, and you're done. You can also edit the scheduled tasks in your Google Calendar by selecting the task to open it up. From there, you can edit, move, or delete the task.
Okay, so I'm editing this video right now, and I just realized I totally forgot to talk about how when you check off each task as you complete it, it disappears into the checked box area, your checked tasks. And then if you accidentally did that, you can go under there and uncheck it, and it'll just pop right back into your task menu. And I've already taken all my makeup off and put away my lighting, and it's the end of the day because the kids are sleeping, so this is what I really look like. All right, back to the video.
Interested in learning more productivity tips? Then check out this video all about how to quickly and efficiently process your email so that you have more time to do the things you love, like teaching. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time with another quick and nerdy tip all about teaching, technology, or time management. See you then!